This is Ask the Expert. I'm John Burgess, and our expert today is James Sansone, a Santa Rosa attorney, and our topic today is divorce. And James, what's the difference between a divorce and a legal separation?
Basically, a divorce or dissolution of domestic partnership ends the legal status of that relationship. Once that ends, you're free to get remarried or enter into another partnership. A legal separation does not end the legal status of those relationships. While property issues are decided in legal separation, you're not free to get remarried or enter into a new partnership.
Well, what are the requirements here in California for actually filing for that divorce?
Very few and simple. You simply have to live in California for 6 months and the county in which you want to file for 3.
What happens if you don't meet those residency requirements? What do you do?
You can file a petition for legal separation and wait the time until you meet those requirements and then convert it to a dissolution petition.
What happens if, and this is an interesting question, what happens if one of the spouses doesn't agree to get a divorce?
And in California, you don't need the permission of either spouse to get a divorce. You can simply proceed whether they want to or not.
Will the infidelity of one spouse affect the distribution of property in California?
It's actually a common question I get in my office, and a lot of people are surprised to learn no, it will not. California is a no-fault state, so any ill will or ill behavior of either party generally has no effect on the dissolution.
Well, because it's a no-fault state, a divorce state here in California, does misconduct by either spouse ever come into play?
It can. Allegations of domestic violence can come into play in a child custody battle, just as misappropriation of assets could lead to an unequal division of the property.
Okay. Well, California is a community property state, and I've never fully understood what that means. What does it mean?
Well, basically, in the words of Eddie Murphy, half. Basically, everything acquired during your marriage is split equally. However, you can also acquire what they call separate property. That is not split equally, and separate property is anything you acquired before marriage or anything gifted to you or inherited.
Let's take a look at summary dissolution, and let's talk about what that really means.
Basically, if you meet certain requirements, you can apply for a summary dissolution, which is a cheap way of getting divorced. You have to be married less than 5 years, have no children, have limited debt and assets, and most importantly, both parties have to agree.
All right, and great advice today, but you have more advice. What's your web address?
jamessansoneAsktheexportdivorce.com.